Hello, it's Karen, the Weekend Craftaholic, and I am doing my calendar for April. If you've seen my past couple of videos, you'll know that I'm using the templates from Rosie Studios. And for this month, I've decided to go with a photo. I think it's pretty common for people to make their own calendars using pictures. So I thought I'd do that this month. I had a couple of these that I printed on a 6x4, so these are 3x2 pictures, and I'm just trimming down the edge of the template now. If you've not seen this before, or you're interested in joining along, I'll put a link to the free download files in the description box as well. So I've decided to go with this photo. I'm going to trim it down a little bit more as well, just so I've got a smaller edge for the picture frame. Now I am going to punch a little hole in this. I'm not actually going to use the hole for hanging up, but that's an option as well. I did that in February and hung it up with the little hook. But for this time around, I think I'm just going to put a bit of ribbon or twine in that. I want a bit of a background for this photo, just to give a bit of a border, and I'm going through my scraps, as you can see, just trying to find a colour that's going to match. The top part of the picture is very light sky blue, but then underneath it's got a bit of a greeny tinge to it, a bit of a teal colour. So I'm trying to find something in between those, and I've got all of these scraps that I'm desperate to work through, so it's a good use of this paper. Or cardstock. So you can see it's quite faint, not much difference, just a bit of a lighter image against the background, which is just what I wanted to do. And I'm going to take this up, and I don't normally cover the entire back of this because I want to be able to potentially push some embellishments underneath it or around it. Not yet decided what I'm going to do with that, but just in case I do, I've got that option. Now I did have a look through the ribbons. Initially thought I'd use this. This is just a scrap piece of ribbon, but then I remembered I had this more narrow piece of ribbon, which I thought would suit better for this, while it's just a nice little hole in the top of the calendar. I think I got it from Uniquely Creative in one of the kits, or Advent Calendar, I can't remember now, but I haven't used it yet, so it's good to be able to use it for this. And these little bits that I've cut off, I hate wasting anything, so I'm just using those just to tuck underneath the photo as well. Excuse me. So, excuse me, adds a little bit of dimension and stops filling up waste in the trash can. So with these calendars on this series, you could, of course, mark out on the calendar dates themselves any occasions, that kind of thing. I've been tending to leave them and just really more or less use it as decoration in my craft room, because I do use GoodNotes on my iPad for all of my planner stuff, but this is more just decoration. And I've got these little doilies. I've been meaning to use these for so long. I got these as a gift way back when Michelle Hunter from the Stamp Spot was doing Christmas Advent calendars and Easter calendars. I can't remember who exactly I got these from, but thank you very much. I've kept hold of them all this time, and I've been looking forward to using them. These blue ones are probably a little bit too dark for the picture, for the colour. It's almost like a Tiffany blue. Absolutely love it, but so I'm going to make it work so I can get these used up. But it's not something that I use a lot of, which is why it's good to be able to do it. To use up the stuff you don't normally use, and get out of your comfort zone while you're making little projects like this that you're going to keep for yourself. Now, especially with these calendars, you can see I've just added these to the back. It's always good to kind of use up space. Don't just think of space on the actual cardstock itself. Think about the outside of it as well, like with the ribbon at the top and the doilies around the side. You can make the space a lot bigger. I've also got these embellishments. I know you can't see it very well on screen, but the one at the top says Dream. And I think from memory, the one at the bottom says One Day, so they're quite relevant. These little puffy stickers, the flowers, I cannot remember where they're from. I'm not sure which collection it was. I'm really sorry about that if you're interested in them. But I do have a little bit of playing around to do with these, because I put them in place and then you'll see that I completely change my mind about what I'm going to use. The sizes I think were perfect, but these smaller ones, the little blue flowers, excuse me, I decided to use those because of the size and the colour, but I think they were just too small, to be honest. So I ended up moving these around, jiggling them around. I did like the dimensional element of the puffy stickers, so I definitely wanted to use them on this, especially being April. If you're in the Northern Hemisphere, of course, April is spring and all new growth, that kind of stuff. Here in Australia, though, it's autumn or fall for us, so not quite relevant, but it's still good to see all of these nice colours in my craft room, regardless of what's happening outside. Although it is still pretty springy in Australia and Western Australia at the moment. Absolutely perfect temperatures in the high 20 C or 30 degrees. But it is getting a bit chillier at night as well. So I've got to make the most of this gorgeous weather while we've still got it. What I've done here, I've just picked out a few of these little embellishments and ornament dots that are similar colour schemes, complementary schemes, kind of doing like a tone on tone effect with it and putting these just around the place as well, just to finish it off. And then really that is it, almost finished. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I've been doing it each month. Last year I just did actual 6x4 cards with the month on and then decorated those, but I thought I'd do something a bit more useful this time and include this calendar when I saw that it was offered as a free downloadable. So definitely something to make use of. So start of April, I hope you have a good month wherever you are in the world, and I hope you get inspired to do your own little calendar as well for your craft room. Thanks for watching.